Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. But with all of that in mind, I've been seeing one specific question keep coming across on my Q&T videos. That question is the bottom in yet? And honestly, it is a very solid question. And, really, it's all on Bitcoin right now. QNT has recovered from those lows. We're going to be addressing that. We're going to be talking about it. Let's see if the holders tab updated. Yep, it did. A little bit, nothing too crazy. Kind of sitting stable, if you will. Only up by about 50 holders. Nothing too crazy there, but we are still seeing accumulation happening. Interoperability market still looking pretty good for the most part, up about 1.76%. Nothing too crazy there. I also seen a lot of questions and concerns about Cosmos. Some individuals wanted me to make a video on Cosmos versus QNT. If you guys do want to see that, definitely hit that like button down in the and also down in the comments below. Comment, Cosmos versus QNT 100%. Because that will help me, really kind of address and see where you guys are with that. I'd love to do a breakdown of this because I definitely think that, a lot of individuals maybe think that Cosmos is superior than QNT, or maybe they just don't understand Cosmos's interoperability layers either. Both of these assets pretty undervalued in my opinion. This holders tab is a little bit weird. I don't think that, there's less than 100 holders, but of course, who knows? But I will say this. With QNT, like I said, I believe that QNT is at a near bottom stage. It's just, really dependent on what Bitcoin is about to do next, if we have a, major dropping point or not. Like I said, we did recover from those lows. We, inched a little bit down to about $115, a little bit below our 236 level of $118. Trading volume still diminishing here. RSI, looking a little bit weaker. So I would like to see more volume in. I would also like to see some price moves above $160. I told you guys in yesterday's video that $160 could be significant resistance forming. Excuse me. Now, with QNT's Bitcoin price chart, we could address that real quick as well. So again, similar fashion, weaker chart, diminished volume. Like I said, RSI looking pretty weak. I would say that this is most likely going to come down and possibly test these lows at about 2,769 sats. And if it doesn't stop there, then we will retest those lows going back as far as, January 31st. So, downside is not limited at all here, especially when we are talking more so about Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin has been rejecting, sorry, I did not mean to do that. Bitcoin has been rejecting off of some key levels. I told you guys about these levels in my last couple of videos. We are gaining some support on the 44K mark. This is actually what we want. We want to see support above this 44K point because it does allow us to see a little bit more of a solidified position on our altcoins, and it kind of gives us a little bit of comfort. But again, if we have a significant breakdown from here, it could lead us to some catastrophic levels on some of our altcoins, including, of course, QNT. I'm watching this level here, specifically comparing it to, September, because we've seen similar trading, moves back here as well. So I'm watching this time frame and this time frame closely to see the next major, impulsive move. Right now, the chart's not really telling me too much, besides the idea on, hey, we want to break over this resistance point, and if we do not break about 46K, then, downside still is, not limited at all. So I would say, still expect this push down to 40.7K unless we do break over 46K. So with that in mind, let's talk about QNT and let's talk about some exciting things. So first off, when we are talking about Quant, I've always addressed and I've always talked to you guys about the idea on, hey, we will continue to see QNT really, I would say, eating up the massive exchange markets in this space. And when I say that is, we'll basically see QNT listed on every exchange possible within this market. Now, the reason why I bring up exchange listings and the reason why I bring up exchanges is because we did see Uphold list 2 new tokens, of course, new cipher, but also QNT. Now, Uphold is a pretty significant exchange. I don't know where they are on the exchange listings tab, but we could see Uphold. Actually, I don't even know if Uphold is listed here. Which is weird. I mean, I remember Uphold being a pretty significant name throughout this market, especially even now when we are talking more so about XRP and stuff. Like, I utilize Uphold on a day-to-day basis, especially it was like my main one for XRP and stuff like that. So it is kind of weird that it's not on the exchange listings tab. Let me see if I could find it real quick for you guys. So I couldn't find it on the exchange listings, but just so you guys know, in terms of the sheer amount of value behind Uphold, we do see here $2.6 billion in their reserve, obligations $2.6 billion as well, transaction volume about $27 billion, which this is pretty significant. 75.3 million transactions as well, and this continues to update. In terms of a lot of these exchanges, we'll say just daily volume. Some of these are like averaging 2.8 billion, 13.2 billion for Binance, for an example. But for the most part, a lot of these aren't doing incredibly well. Like this is like 3.6 million. So when we are talking about Uphold, I think that it is a very significant exchange to continue to really address and look at. And I do think that it's great for, of course, QNT. And you guys can see, they serve 184 plus countries across 80 plus currencies. They have $4 billion plus in transactions, and they launched in 2015. So they are still very new, but for the most part, they are a very huge exchange. So this is very good for QNT. We also see here, why it states 27 million developers and not the 200,000 current blockchain developers? Because the QNT Overledger, you don't need to learn a specific blockchain language. It targets every developer in the world to build no-code multi-chain dApps with 12 most used languages. And of course, you guys can see that here. If you guys do want to read it, you guys can pause the video and read this real quick. But this is huge, Again, QNT, Quant empowers 27 million developers to become certified blockchain experts. This is huge, and this is with the King's College of London. And I really do just want you all to understand that this is huge. We even see here, we have launched the first series of online courses with King's College London to help millions of developers worldwide without specialist blockchain knowledge create applications and serve a market expected to be worth $39.7 billion by 2025. And when we are talking about here, we do see currently less than 1% of 27 million developers understand the complexities of blockchain technology. So this is going to be pretty big in terms of the courses. And this is what I've been talking to you guys about. Like, we are seeing adoption of crypto growing. And now we are seeing universities, colleges, major names out there really kind of realizing this and focused on allowing for the next generation of individuals to really kind of learn this technology, build with it, and of course, really build the next major staple of, technology. We also see here, we're empowering developers to use their existing programming language to become certified blockchain experts from King's College London, unlock single DLT dApps, and learn how to upgrade to interoperable multi-DLT MDApps, and of course, all powered by QNT. And we do see here QNT provides a DLT API gateway on the Oracle Marketplace financial market infrastructure as Oracle FinTech partner, solved interoperability for the Oracle blockchain, goes jointly to the market and creates products together with Oracle, got certified by Oracle for its clients. Oracle Financial Services serves 15% of the world's population in 140 countries. Guys, QNT has been taken over globally for a very long time. The global takeover has started. It has started a while ago. And I want you to understand just how huge this is as of course as a company. Okay, and we even see here, what Quant platform allows financial institutions to do is to introduce DLT networks basically interconnect, of course, DLT networks into their legacy infrastructure, iteratively. And I want you to all understand that this is all talking about, of course, guess what? Interconnectivity. And we even see here, blockchain allows you to trust the networks, the cryptography, the scalability, and the resilience to run monetary transactions. The next, evolution of these DLT-based networks will run the world's transactions. I want you to all understand that this is talking about the world of transactions, the next major pinnacle of adoption for blockchain technology and for crypto tech in general is here. This is going to be absolutely massive. Now, do you understand why I constantly tell you guys about QNT? Do you understand why I try to explain to you about QNT on a day-to-day basis? It's because this technology is huge. I mean, at the end of the day, I've always addressed and I've always talked to you guys about interoperability and why it's such a key, aspect to have, especially in this market. I want you to realize that without interconnectivity, there really isn't any sort of DLT adoption taking place. There's really no adoption of any major crypto, tech in the space. It's not going to happen without interoperability. This is why I talk to you guys about it. This is why I do think that QNT is the number one choice. And like I said, if you guys do want me to do a breakdown video on, of course, for example, Cosmos versus QNT, I could gladly do that because I know a lot of individuals out there are probably, concerned, or maybe you guys are worried about, is Cosmos better than, QNT? Does QNT have any, real competition? I could easily answer you guys the question of competition. Does QNT have any any interoperability competition in this market right now? Absolutely not. I really don't think that QNT has too much competition, especially from the API gateway that they have built and patented. I think that is such a major use case. I've always told you guys about the API gateway. I think that it is extremely massive in itself because it is a plug and play aspect and it is patent technology and it is much better than Oracle's. I've discussed this in a video from, I want to say, a few days ago, or not a few days ago, a few weeks ago now, and I really addressed the idea that when we are talking about interoperability, the API gateways, there's no competition to it. There truly isn't any competition to it. But to really sum it up, I do believe that more exchange listings will happen. We are taking over globally. We are now empowering 27 million developers. This is extremely huge. And like I said, the global takeover has already started. 15% of the world's population in 140 countries. Guys, Oracle is huge. Pay attention to Oracle. Pay attention to QNT. Pay attention to all these companies that are working with QNT as well. It's truly incredible, to say the least, to see just where we are right now in this market. So with everything in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.